Welcome, Pro Wrestling 225 family. I'm Spencer here with Landon, and we are just hours away from VHS Wrestling in Gonzales, Louisiana. That's right, Pro Wrestling 225 goes back to the 80s tonight. We would love to see you in person, but if not, we know you are getting set for Destined Forever, July 26th, and time for one of the biggest rematches in the history of Pro Wrestling 225, as Xtian Blake, the only two-time winner of the Super Gold Rumble, gets his shot at the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, Vladimir Koloff.
But tonight at VHS Wrestling, Xtian Blake is going to hold an open challenge to get set for that big match at Destined Forever. Just hours away from that open challenge, we send it now to Gabby Davis, who is sitting with the Game Changer. Gabby, take it away.
Gabby, I love you.
Xtian Blake, thank you so much for joining me on Interview with the Indies. And just to warm you up a bit, I just want to start with, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing just fine, Gabby. I know the last few months and in the last few weeks, trying to get this interview together, it's been pretty hard. I've been very, very busy, especially leading up to Destined Forever in July. So, I'm gonna try my best to keep everything as professional and clear as possible.
You've gone through a lot in the past few months. You know, you had some health issues around Super Gold. Another rival of yours, Michael White, returned. And just when you thought you and Vladimir Koloff were going to be cordial, he turns on you at 225 Mania. So where are you mentally?
Vlad took it upon himself not only to take the cheap shot, but to try to take me out with that chair. Not just multiple chair shots to the back, but a chair through my throat. Like, to me, that just proved that there's a little bit of doubt inside the champion, the one who claims that 225 is his. And I just plan to show him that he is completely wrong, that it's not, and it never will be his. And I said it at home. 225 is me, we, everyone. 225 family, everybody in the back that's been busting their butts for years. Vladimir Koloff does not own anyone.
How are you preparing for your match with Vladimir Koloff at Destined Forever?
Good question, Gabby. The way I look at it, as far as me preparing for this matchup coming up, all the distractions are long and gone. They're in the rearview mirror. You know, when it comes to Vladimir Koloff doing his thing, where like I feel like I wasn't surprised that he took the shot where I could see it. And as far as Michael White is concerned, you know, that even I said it from the beginning for Super Gold, you know, I was looking straight through him. You know, like he's just nothing to me. You know, like my goal is to become the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship, and Vlad currently holds that championship. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win back the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship.
Were you shocked at Koloff's actions at 225 Mania?
Honestly, I wasn't. I knew it was coming because, quite frankly, I know people question why I decided to align myself with Koloff. And I don't know how clear I can be. It wasn't to watch his back. It was to watch its back. And that was the Pro 225 Heavyweight Championship. I made sure as an insurance policy, basically, if you want to call it that way. Because I want it to be him that I take it off of. Call it selfish, call it whatever you want to call it. But that's how I feel. That's what I wanted to pursue. Vlad has to be the one on a personal level for me to take the strap off of, because he's the one that took it off of me. So, I mean, I don't know what else, it's clear as day.
So, Honor and Pride, the contract signing. Koloff mentioned that he turned on you because you didn't trust him. How did you take those words?
It's funny when Vlad wants to talk about that I didn't trust him. Pro Wrestling 225 didn't trust him. And that Honor and Pride, I said what I had to say about that. Vlad has nothing. He doesn't know anything about trust. Pro wrestling, I owe everything to. It's given me my family. And what's weird, in this type of business, it's hard to have friends. And along the way, I've had my friends. But there's times where there's people out there that they don't have their best intentions. So I find it kind of funny. Someone like Vladimir Koloff wants to talk about trust when he had no intentions, no best intentions at all. Because he knew from the get-go what it was all about. And I have told him this. You can come around and watch my back. What I was trying to do was watch its back. And that's the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. So don't come at me or anyone else for your actions that it was all about not trusting you.
Now, in an interview that I recently did with Vlad, he insinuated that you wouldn't be in the position you're in if you didn't have friends in the office. What is your response to that?
Like I said, Gabby, I'm going to try to make this interview as professional as possible. But when it comes to that type of stuff, like it kind of sick. It sends like a tick to me. One of the things I don't understand when it comes to that, and like I'm really surprised it's coming from someone like Vlad to mention that. Like, to me, it seems like he's just feeding this narrative when it comes to the smart marks, when it comes to, like my relationship with Brett and Landry. But we've been here before, and I'm sorry, like it gets to a point where I do feel frustrated, and I've held my tongue for a while when it comes to this. But we've already been here before, where the place I'm in now versus where I was then, rising up to 225, whenever Jordan Puhall was the general manager, chip on my shoulder, just going in, busting ass, making a name for myself in 225, proving my worth. And then we transitioned in the Michael White era, general manager. And what happened, Gabby? I win Super Gold Rumble. I go on to face Corey Constantine. I defeat Corey Constantine for the heavyweight championship. What is so different from then to now? I go ahead, I win Super Gold Rumble. And we can go and fast forward. Losing the championship at 225 Mania against Vlad. Being away for 3 months? Coming back for validation. Having that one knee to take Vlad and get back the heavyweight championship. And then Michael White steps in. I know the way it would look to some that they might be favoritism, but I think that's just a crock of bullshit. Brett and Landry, and this goes back in Houma, Louisiana. When I told that man, I told him when it came to his position, we made a deal, a favor, that no matter the result of anything, he stays out my way because you're gonna have that. You're gonna have people that are gonna assume, oh well, favoritism. Oh, he's getting this because of this. He's getting that. Like they just forget of what I stand for and what I bust my ass for. What people don't realize at Super Bowl Rumble, I was cleared. But what I took offense to was that Brett and Landry was trying to stop me. Think about that, Gabby. Think about that. He tried to stop me. When it comes to 225 Mania, I was looking forward to doing another round with Vlad. Full circle. But then what happens? Brett and Landry puts the Michael White versus Vlad. And I'm sitting in the back. I guess I'm there. Suge White came out. I intervened. Made it into a tag match. And why is that? Because Jordy Puhal did it. If Brett was there, you think that match would have happened? You think I was able to walk out? No. Like, just, I don't understand when it comes to this Brett and Landry being in this general manager role and me just trying to get back where I was, fighting for it. Like, I just don't, I don't understand. Like, it's just that to me, that's one of the distractions I'm trying to push off. Like, let me do what I do. Like, I you know, and I even question it. Like, for the contract signing, Brett and Landry, what does he do? He stands in between us. Vladimir goes ahead, takes a cheap shot. And then what happens? He's about to get sickled. I come in with the sling blade. I'm ready for the knee because I'm telling you, Gabby, it has been way overdue. And what Brett and Landry does, he steps in the way. So really, I mean, maybe I can play devil's advocate. Maybe I can be a smart mark and just maybe suggest that maybe Brett has been favoring Vlad this whole time. Maybe he's been trying to protect him and keeping him in the spot he's at.
You started to touch on this, General Manager Brett and Landry has been at the center of this feud, and many others of yours, some would say. So, as him being your boss and as him being a close friend of yours as well, what are your thoughts of him getting involved?
See, that's one of the things too. It shouldn't be the center of anything between me and Brett and Landry. The center of everything, the foundation, the quote unquote landscape should be Xtian Blake and Vladimir Koloff. Just keep the personal stuff aside. This is the business. This is what we came in to do what's right for business.
Now, my last question. If you lose at Destined Forever, what is next for Xtian Blake?